Absolute Radio is where you can hear Prince, Mumford and Sons,
I will wait for you,
and The Killers.
Can you read my mind?
Absolute Radio
Where real music matters.
Absolute Radio
is
the home of rock and roll football. Barclays Premier League football commentary every Saturday afternoon.
Can this show get any worse?
Iain Lee.
Absolute Radio.
Good evening, dear listener. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio. Thank you to Ben Jones for talking and playing records and doing things like that for the last few hours. Get him while he's hot. Hope you had a nice weekend. Mine was rather jolly. I opened a Fate on Saturday. I opened a Fate at the home that my mum lives in. And nobody there had any idea whatsoever who the hell I was. Not a clue. But it was still quite nice. I had to draw out the raffle and everything. I love doing a good raffle. Oh, I didn't win anything. And I kind of thought that those things were fixed. And I said, how do we do this so that I, get the £20 Tesco voucher? No, it didn't work like that. You actually genuinely have to pull a ticket out of the bin, which was disappointing. And my little boy got upset that I was talking into a microphone in front of people, so he came and joined me. And it was his first public speaking event, and he did a cracking job. He did his dinosaur noise, and he did the sheep noise, which is a bar, for those who are interested. Macapaka's evening, give me Macapaka.
Hello.
Did you have a good weekend?
Yeah, very good, thank you. Yeah, not bad.
What happened?
I went to Glastonbury.
And you stole things from Eloise's tent. Shame on you.
Oh, man.
Her tent got broken into.
I know, the first night or something
This
like
is
that.
the thing I don't get about tents. They're not secure. The whole tent system is based entirely on trust.
Yeah.
Campsites are based on trust because you could, even if you put like a padlock on a tent, it's still easy to get into a tent.
Yeah.
But why would you trust people who are in tents? Especially at Glastonbury. Why would you trust people who go to Glastonbury, take drugs, and are sleeping in tents?
Yep.
The trust system breaks down.
I barely trust 10 people, let alone 180,000.
When is she? Is she back tomorrow?
Yeah, she is.
Okay, well, we'll get the full story from her. You might want to get line 1, 0330 123 1215. If you were at Glastonbury, anything get nicked? Apparently it was happening a lot. Maybe the police just said that to Eloise to make her feel better. Pretty poor show, isn't it? I tell you what, this is one of the things we'll do tonight. Let's collate a list of everything that was stolen this weekend, OK? Whether you're at Glastonbury, whether it's from your house, whether it's from your handbag, whether you were mugged in the street. Let's try and collate a list of everything that has been stolen this weekend, shall we? 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Call up, press button 1. You'll speak to Macapaka. He'll call you back. It won't cost you that much money. We're doing that. I tell you who annoys me, right? It's people. People is scum. Like, nicking stuff from tents at Glastonbury. Come on. That's not nice. Also, I went to see the Bare Naked Ladies this evening. One of my favourite bands. I do enjoy them. At Coco in Camden. A place I've only ever been to record some show with Peaches Geldof and Dave Berry. Yes, I know! Peaches Geldof and Dave Berry were interviewing me. I don't think they knew who I was either. But they weren't there tonight. Sorry, no, I went to see the Bare Naked Ladies, and it was thoroughly enjoyable. And I had a rather fun time walking around the venue, trying to find the best vantage point. I saw little booths at the sign. I really wanted to get to them, and I was trying to work out how to get to the booths. And it turns out they were behind a rope, which was very frustrating. So I found a nice place on the ground floor. At the back, I'm too old to barge through people. I'm tall enough I can see. And I was watching it. But stood behind me and to the right of me were 2, sometimes 3 blokes, and sometimes a girl. Right? And they would not shut up at all. Would not shut up in the slightest. And I gave them the look, and that was pretty much all I did. There was no way I was going to. Someone tweeted me, saying, "Why didn't you tell them to shut up? Because the reason I didn't tell them to shut up was I didn't want to get stabbed. or just have them swear at me. And, I don't know what the etiquette is in these things. I, myself, have been told to shut up at a concert. It was an Eagles concert. I went with someone who's a little bit weird, and it was Maxie, for those who know. And he would not shut up. He was talking to me through this concert, and I was getting really embarrassed and really awkward and thinking, we shouldn't really be talking at a concert. I know if I was sat behind me, I would be furious. And so I was kind of like responding with, yeah, well, I guess, really short answers. And someone eventually leaned over and said to me, I came here to listen to the Eagles, not you. Shut up. Now, the way he said it angered me, right? He could have said, look, would you keep the noise down, lads? I'm trying to... And I would have gone, yes, fair play. But I did say, all right, mate, don't get arsey. We'll do it. We'll shut up. But I was relieved that he'd said it, because I didn't want to be talking during a concert. I want to watch the concert. But these idiots tonight, these 2, sometimes 3 blokes and the woman, at one point they were talking about Formula 1! Formula 1! Can you hear a whistling? I can hear a whistling from somewhere. Where's that coming from? It's coming from my microphone. Macapaka, put your headphones on. Forget that call. This is far more important. Put your headphones on. Can you hear that?
Very slightly.
It's really loud in my headphones, and it's that mic.
Hello?
It's just this mic.
Huh. We'll have a look at it in the next...
Okay, we're going to have a look at it in the next... There we go. That's talk for we haven't got a clue. It's really loud in my headphones. Anyway, they were talking about Formula 1 during the concert. The band started playing a song, right? And the guy went, I love this song. It's brilliant. Anyway, £120 million for a sport... Oh, shut up. People at concerts these days are so incredibly rude. When did we stop going to concerts to listen to the music and have a good time? Yap, bunny, bunny, rabbit, rabbit, all night. And it got to the point where, to try and make things irritating for them, I would... Can you hear this whistling at home? Can you hear that, dear listener, or is that just me? 0330 123 1215. Can you hear that? Because if you can't hear it, I guess we can work through it. If you can hear it, no, we're going to kick some serious radio lights. 0330 123 1215. Talking at concerts. Is it acceptable? Am I just being old and grumpy? Is it the done thing these days? And if it isn't the done thing, how do we deal with it? What's the way? Maybe you are a talker at concerts. Maybe you think it's acceptable behaviour to do that. 0330 123 1215. If you have confronted someone because they've been talking or making too much noise at a concert or some show, could you give me a call and let me know what you said and how it went down? Because I'm a coward, I can't approach people and say... I can barely approach people to ask for directions, let alone ask them to shut up. But I was just stood there fuming, my shoulders were tensing. And I was getting furious with these idiots. 0330 123 1215 is the telephone number. Give us a call about that. Give us a call and let us know about tent security. Also, if you've had anything stolen this weekend, phone up, let me know. And we will collate a list of everything that's been stolen this weekend. And can you hear this? Or is it just me? Christ, maybe I've got tinnitus.
Coming towards her, stuck still, no.
OK, I can confirm that the whistling can be heard by you, dear listener. But don't worry, Macapaka is on the case like there's no tomorrow. He's phoned up one of the technical crew who is at home right now downloading music illegally from BitTorrents. And he's rushing to help us, I think. I'm not totally sure. If you're calling in, I can see a couple of numbers calling in. Be patient. We will get to you eventually. We're just trying to sort out the whistle. Let's go to Stephen. Hello, Stephen.
Hello, how are you?
My mood is getting worse by the second, Stephen.
Oh, why? How come?
Have you been listening to the first 13 minutes of the show?
I have, but you shouldn't let it get you down. Bare Naked Ladies are awesome.
Bare Naked Ladies are awesome. They're the only thing that stopped me going out on a killing rampage right now.
I have to say, I've never actually met anybody who likes Bare Naked Ladies as much as me.
Well, how much do you like them? Do you have them tattooed on your
I've got all
body?
their albums,
Yeah, right.
and I listen. They're probably my most listened to band.
Okay. Well, I would say they're in my top 5 bands.
Yeah. Who are your other top 4?
It varies, it's fluid, but let's go through this. There are the Monkees, there are the Beach Boys, there are the Beatles, then there are the XTCs.
Oh, fair enough. Never heard of the XTC.
Shut up, man. You've never heard XTC?
No.
You've never heard XTC? Right, hang on a minute. We're ditching Blue Oyster Cult. We're going to play an XTC song next, just for you, fella. Seriously, this is your musical education is about to take a huge step forward.
Okay, well, I guess if you get me past my other top 4, I can probably.
What are your other top 4?
I list Muse, Crowded House.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
Yeah.
Oh, God.
The Killers.
Oh, dear God, yeah. Oh, dear.
Snow Patrol.
Oh, my God. Oh, well,
Yeah.
never mind. It was worth a try. And we nearly bonded, Stephen, and then we fell out hideously at the last hurdle.
Yeah.
Never mind. Anyway, what do you want?
Yeah, at first I wanted to talk about gigs.
Yeah.
But then, not Ryan gigs, the normal gigs, you know, like Benedict gigs or whatever. But then I've had a thought. I'm thinking, on the show tonight,
yes,
could you try and get something completely and totally random trending on Twitter? I don't know if you've done it before or not.
It sounds a little bit like a prank. Par exemplar.
Well, I don't know, if we just say you start tweeting something like, I don't know, I'm just trying to think what I've got next to me, salted peanuts.
Yeah.
If you tweeted hashtag salted peanut,
yeah.
See how many people could trend it, see if we can get it trending throughout England in the course of the show.
And what pleasure would that bring you, Stephen?
I know, it'd be quite cool to see.
Pourquoi?
Well, it just would. If you think, I helped start a trend on Twitter.
But why don't you start it?
Nationwide.
Why don't you start it?
Well, I don't have the following, do I? I've got about 45 followers.
I don't like to abuse my 26,500 followers, though, by getting them to do stuff like that. I just like them to tell me stuff that I can't be bothered to type into Google.
Oh, you want to start trying something, just try the power of mass participation.
I'm too old for that, Stephen. I'm too old. I'm 38 years old. I'm a father, for God's sakes. I can't be getting things to trend on Twitter.
Oh, come on. You've got to try everything once.
Stephen? No. Now, switch off the phone and go and turn the radio up nice and loud and forget Muse and the Killers and all that nonsense. This is a real band. Trending on Twitter. Jesus.
Get your tickets now at the Absolute Radio ticket store. absoluteradio.co.uk/tickets.
The Absolute Radio ticket store.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio.
Have you got anything stolen this weekend? Although this mic is utter pony. We may have to go upstairs, Macabacco. This mic is utter pony.
Oh, really?
The technical chap's suggestion was go to another studio. Oh, yeah, that's good. Well done. You've earned your money tonight. Well done. Yeah, we couldn't have thought of that ourselves. This sounds awful, doesn't it? Let's ask an expert. Rob Bonet.
Yay!
Now, stop being a knob. Listen carefully. Does this microphone sound awful?
Just say a few words.
Okay. Does this microphone sound awful?
No, it sounds all right.
Well, it sounds really muffled in my ears.
It does. I'll be honest. Your treble, as you say in the term, sounds a little bit off.
Oh, I'm not sure how to take that. Okay, well, we'll stick with it just because I can't be asked to go upstairs. Lazy technical people. Rob Bonet.
I like bare naked ladies.
Do you want to make the punchline or shall I?
Go on.
The band or the actual...
What are you on about? The band?
Oh, I thought you meant women.
Bum bum.
Bum bum. Yes, indeed. That's one.
Anyway.
Yes.
You've been bumming Manchester.
It's a great city. Why would I not want to?
I heard you on Absolute 90s. I didn't know you did stuff on there.
Yeah. Do anything...
Manchester. Fantastic town. The Smiths. Oasis. All your favourite. But you didn't mention any of them bands in those 5 you mentioned earlier.
Well, they're in the numbers 6 through to 10.
Oh, what's your 6 through to 10 then?
The Smiths, Oasis.
What's your favourite Oasis album, Ian?
The Giants. Standing on the Shoulders of Giants.
Yes.
Yes, it's a good one.
You got a favourite track on that one?
Oh, you good people. In your face, Bunny.
That's Embrace.
Oh, yeah. All my people standing right now. That's them, isn't it?
Well done.
I like Embrace as well if they're from Manchester.
I'm not sure that song is on Standing on
Anyway,
the
Rob,
Shoulders.
you've
Anyway. Right. Yvette's been sending me some emails, so I thought I'd give you an update.
Let's have a little recap for those who are not versed in what you're talking about. Rob Bonet is a regular irritant of the show. Yvette is a hot Latina lady from America who decided to get it. She's sexy, man. She decided to get in touch saying that she would like to have internet sex.
Kisses.
Sorry?
Kisses.
Internet kisses with Rob
International kisses.
Weren't they a band? Oh, no, I'm thinking of Army of Lovers. So you two have been having a little bit of cyber.
Yeah.
And how's it going?
Really well. Right. Has a hot woman ever said this to you?
Go on.
It's okay if you put on a little weight. You do look a little bit wimpy, you know.
Yeah.
Not that you didn't look great before.
Yeah.
It's a little bit more manly.
I suspect.
Skip all that.
Yeah.
Plain and simple. You look great.
I suspect you were paraphrasing slightly there. So
No,
because
I'll send you a picture of what she wrote.
send me a
Stay
picture.
sweet.
I'll send you a picture of what she's wrote. I go to the foot of our stairs. Side the pot.
Right.
Yes. Okay.
Fandango.
Yes.
If she saw you put her away, I bet she's like, I'll get Terry Christian's number out my book.
Yeah. She said something very similar about that actually. Okay, so Yvette likes you fat, and you have put on a lot of weight, Rob, since you got dumped by your
6
previous
pounds.
girlfriend. Yep, and that's just in your left breast.
No, 6 pounds to weigh himself.
Okay,
I
you actually
ran
weigh
3
yourself.
miles yesterday, nearly died.
I went up and down a ladder 3 times at the weekend, and I was knackered. I went to the dump at the weekend. Steady. I went to the municipal dump. It's an awesome place. But I used to like dumps when you were a kid, and you used to be able to go and nick stuff from it. And you had to be able to go through the bins and go, oh, there's some records there. There's an old clock radio. I'll have all that. And now you're not allowed to do it because they watch you.
And it's all segregated as well, isn't it?
Yeah, I know. It's terrible.
You try and sneak the bag in like, oi!
Oi! What are you doing? Oi! So
they get paid a fortune as well.
Do they? I don't think they do. Do they?
Let's quit our jobs and open a tip. Come on, Mac and Pack, and we'll all do it.
Can you do it? Can you just open a tip anywhere?
I don't know.
Surely you could just do it in your back garden if you really wanted to.
I don't know. We could try it.
We can all have a go. If anyone knows the rules for starting a tip, 0330 123
and a name,
1250, and a name for the tip. Rob, do you ever go to gigs?
Yes.
What do you get annoyed by people talking at them?
No, but there was once 2 ladies kissing at a Terrorvision concert, and I'll be honest, I spent most of the gig watching them.
Thank you, Rob.
Cheers.
Well, that's an image, isn't it? 0330 123. Dave, Alfred, Alan, Michael, Bobby. Be with you after Ed Sheeran.
White lips, pale face, angels die.
I like that song, right? I like the sound of the song. I like his voice. I like the guitars. And I like the backing vocals. I just think the lyrics are awful. It's awful. It's about drugs. Is it about drugs, that song? Is that song about drugs? Is that song about drugs?
It sounds like it.
It sounds like it might be about drugs. It just seems a little ham-fisted. I think everything else is wonderful. And it's got a really nice feel about it, and his voice is fantastic, and the back, it's great. But just the lyrics are a bit ham-fisted.
Yeah, and he's 20 years old and quite... Yeah, very young.
Yeah, come on, write about, girls.
Yeah.
From the sixth form. Do that, write about wanting to buy a car.
Yeah.
Write about doing a paper round. Don't write about, smoking crack. Really.
He came in a couple of weeks ago.
I'm sure he's a lovely lad.
And he kept on saying, "Yeah, sick."
He said what?
Sick. He's like, oh, I saw Eric Clapton when I was younger, and that inspired me to play the guitar because he played a sick song.
A sick song, wow. I still say wicked a lot. I say wicked, and I've started saying awesome a lot. Does that make me sound like a tosser?
No, I hope not, because I say awesome. Maybe
awesome.
I'm a tosser.
Oh, man, that was awesome. I'm worried it makes me sound like I'm trying to be an American teenager from the 80s.
Awesome.
That was awesome, man. You know what? That was so awesome. Dave, do you say awesome or wicked or anything?
Yeah, man, I say wicked all the time.
Go on. Give us one.
Yeah, because it's wicked.
Yeah, David! Oh, that's a cheeky little laugh you've got there. What can we do for you, David?
Right then, I've got the answer to all your confusion. conversation problems.
Okay, this is what we need.
Sit
Good.
down, get comfortable.
I'm comfortable, as comfortable as I
Right.
can be.
All you've got to do is insert the word accidentally or by accident into the middle of what you want to say.
Okay, go on.
So, for example, you turn around, they're talking at the concert.
Yeah.
Excuse me, your loud talking is accidentally disturbing my enjoyment of the concert.
Oh, that's good. I see. That's like a psychological mind trick you've pulled there, you
Yeah,
Jedi.
it works with anything. Like the other day, I was behind someone. They threw rubbish out of the car.
Oh,
Drives me mad.
Yeah.
Stop next to them at the lights. Excuse me, you accidentally dropped
Oh.
somebody off from your car.
And so then it sounds like you're doing them a favour.
Yeah, of course, you would never be so rude to do it on purpose.
No.
Seriously, it works any situation.
A friend of mine has got, and this is years ago, so I don't know if she still does it. He's got a wife who they saw these like really hard looking blokes chucking some rubbish out of the car. It was parked up.
Yeah.
And so she got out of her car, walked over, and my friend is going, "Please, dear God, don't, Jane, do not do this." And she just got the rubbish, chucked it back in the car, and went, "Keep that in there." And these lads, fair play to them, went, "Oh, right, yeah, sorry, love." And, the stabbing and sexual assault that could have taken place did not take place, which is a great relief. But, Dave, I don't even have the confidence to go up to people and say these things.
Seriously, it works.
Is it wicked?
100%. It's wicked.
It's wicked! Dave, can you do me a favour?
Yeah.
After midnight tonight, we're going to try and break a world record. Right. We're going to try and break the world record for having the most number of Columbos online at the same time as a sort of audio salute to Peter Falk. Peter Falk died this weekend.
Right, yeah, I heard about it, yeah.
Okay, well, So could you give me your best Columbo impression?
I can't be a fraud, man. I never watched it.
Shut up, man. You've never been in on a Sunday afternoon and watched 20 minutes of Columbo.
I heard it was wicked, but
Columbo was awesome, man. It was awesome.
Just one more quick one before I go.
We're in no rush. Listen, David. Try and...
I'm up at 6, man.
Sorry?
I'm going to be up at 6.
Yeah, I'm up at 7:15. So we got plenty of time. You and me, we got plenty of time. I'm taking your number and I'm giving you a call on the way home. We're talking all night.
Yeah.
We ain't going to bed, brother. We're staying up all night, hardcore. So you've never seen Columbo?
No, never.
Give me an impression of what you think Columbo might sound like.
Has he got a catchphrase?
Oh, I nearly did the voice. I'm not going to do the voice. Oh, sir, one more thing.
Sure. One more thing.
This is brilliant. Okay, if you've never seen Columbo, I want you to phone up and do an impression of what you think Columbo might sound like. This is great. I play this at home with my wife. My wife had never seen Frank Spencer, so or she'd never heard Bob Dylan.
Yeah.
So it's slightly different. I do an impression of Bob Dylan, and then she does an impression of me doing an impression of Bob Dylan. It's the most fun. But this is the new game. If you've never heard Columbo speak, 0330 123 1215. Phone up and do an impression of what you think Columbo might sound like. David, what was your final thing?
Perfect guest for you. Well, a good guest for you anyway. Bobcat Goldthwait.
Okay, and do you know his agent, and is he coming over to the UK soon?
Time difference in America. It's like middle of the day.
Okay, and you've got. And what's the phone number, Dave? Yeah, it's not that easy, is it? You see, I could have cut with Bobcat Goldthwait, but it's getting in touch with him and getting them to say yes.
He's absolutely broke. He's just making a film now with Ray Davies.
So, whoa! Hang on a second. You just blow my mind with two facts. Bobcat Goldthwait, for those who don't know, is in Police Academy 2, I think, or 3.
3 and 4.
And he talks like that.
Yeah.
And he was quite. It pops up in Larry Sanders and a few things.
Yeah,
Why is he broke?
It's just he's making like independent films. Did you ever watch? I think it's called World's Greatest Dad or World's Best Dad with Robin Williams.
I did not watch that movie. No.
Really good film,
Right.
but he's losing money hand over fist.
Right. So wait, hang on. When you say he's broke, you just mean he's making small movies. That doesn't necessarily mean
he's really broke. He was. I heard him being interviewed, and he's really got no money at all.
Okay. So you're saying that only poor people would want to come on this show as potential guests, the big stars. And he's making a film with Ray Davies of the Kinks.
Yeah, about the village, blah 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 blah.
The village, blah 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 blahs. Oh yeah, I look forward to seeing that. Well, David, I tell you what, if you can find his agent and his phone number, then we'll try it. In fact, Dave, this is your project, okay? You get him as a guest on the show. You have my blessing to use my name and the name of Absolute Radio to try and get him as a guest on the show. How's about that?
All the best.
Ta-ta! If he can pull that off, Macca, if he can pull that off, fair play to him, we'll have him on as a guest.
That'd be amazing.
It will be awesome.
I'd love to have him on the show.
Oh, I would love to have him on the show. I just can't bother to pursue him, really. And it's not that easy. People say, oh, you should get such and such as a guest on the show. Yeah, OK, you sort it out then. It takes months. Fair play. Eloise spends ages. I give her a big list, like every 6 months, of people I want on the show. I used to do the same with Davis, and he would try like 4 people at a time. He was such a weird producer. He would try 4 people at a time, and 3 months later I'd say, how are you getting on with the list? Well, I've tried 4 of them, and I've not heard back from them. Sorry? Whereas Eloise will just blitz them all. Blitz them all. And that's how we got Ringo Starr. Oh, no, actually, Ringo Starr was a slightly different way, actually. But she was working on trying to get Ringo Starr. That's how we got Nick from The Apprentice. Oh, no, that was my wife that sorted it out. Apart from those two, it was. My wife... there was another show at this radio station that were quite jealous that we got Nick from The Apprentice. I won't say who they were, but you can hear them on the drive time slot. And they sent a stroppy email to Eloise saying, hey, whoa, we've been trying to get Nick from The Apprentice for ages. How did you get him? And the truth was my wife sent him a tweet.
Really?
So, yeah, my wife sent him a tweet saying, you should go on my husband's radio show. And he wrote back going, yeah, OK, I'd love to. So... Hey, just get your wives to send tweets. It's as simple as that. 0330 123 1215. More of your calls after this.
This is Absolute Radio.
Come on, some of you must have had something stolen over the weekend. Let's get a list together of everything that was stolen, and then we'll talk about it. 0330 123 1215. It's Billy Idol. Oh my God. Michael. Yeah.
Been listening to your show for quite a while.
Good.
Actually, you had some people call up trying to pretend to be me. It was quite funny, actually.
What do you mean, someone? Who are you?
Who am I? Sir Michael Phillips.
Sir Michael Phillips.
Jagger.
Sorry.
Sir Michael Philip Jagger calling Mr. Ian Lee.
Oh, okay. This is so you're Mick Jagger.
Yes, apparently I am.
Okay. This is.
Remember when you had some people call up and pretend to be me? Do you remember that? It was like a while ago. Anyway, apparently you called back, but I'd gone out by then. So.
Okay. If this is a Mick Jagger impression, this is worse than the dude that phoned up last week trying to be Nelson Mandela.
Oh really? Yeah, I didn't hear that one.
Okay.
Anyway, actually, I was wondering, we're trying to come up with names for the new tour. I was wondering maybe your audience might come up with some sort of ideas. I thought it'd be, quite interesting.
Okay, but you're not even attempting to do a Mick Jagger... He's not even trying to do a Mick Jagger voice.
I don't need to attempt to do myself, really, do I? I mean, that's quite funny, actually.
Wow, you must have done a lot of drugs in the 60s.
No, not really. No, that's all, well, never mind.
Yeah, okay. So what ideas have you kicked around for the latest
I've actually kicked around.
tour?
My favourite one so far is the DEF CON tour.
The DEF CON tour?
Yeah, as in DEF CON 4, but I don't know. Not that good.
Okay.
And we were talking about Oasis and the Beatles earlier. I thought that was quite funny. Do you think they're actually a good Beatles, impersonation band?
I don't really like Oasis. I was just saying. Oasis. No, I think they're rubbish.
Well, I think they're all right.
I like She's Electric. That's the only song of theirs I like.
What do I like? Wonderwall's all right, I suppose.
Yeah. Would you ever consider? Would you ever consider covering Wonderwall, Mick Jagger?
Never. No, don't do that, really.
Hey, I drove past Jerry Hall the other day.
You did not.
I did actually. I drove past Jerry Hall. She was walking down the street. Yes.
Yeah, we still talk. She's all right. She's a good girl.
This is awful. But I'm going with it. I'm still going because Mick Jagger talks like that. I'm Mick Jagger.
I do that sometimes.
Yeah. Well, it's amazing that you listen to the show, Mick.
Well, no, I love the show actually.
Yeah.
When I'm in town, I do listen to you. Yeah.
Okay. Well, that's awesome. Well, listen. If anybody's, hang on a second. Let's try something. Hang on. Let's just try this. Alfred.
How about playing one of our songs?
No, Alfred.
My name is Lieutenant Colombo.
Hey, it's Colombo.
Now,
yeah,
listen,
that was
I've been in the L.A. homicide for a long time. Now, ma'am, when I saw your husband face down with a 6-inch stiletto heel in the back of his head. I knew the killer was a woman. Unless, of course, it was a man trying to make out he was a woman.
Yeah.
So, ma'am, when you walked towards me with a limp, I knew it was you. Ma'am, could I ask you, before we take you away, could I have your autograph? Because me and my wife have read all your books, and we think you're terrific. Hello, Ian, it's Alfred.
Alfred! Hey,
How are you?
this is exciting. Alfred, say hello to Mick Jagger.
Oh, hello, Mick. How are you? You're a sir as
Alfred.
well, aren't you?
Alfie. Do you like to be called Alfie or Alfred?
Just Alfred. I like Alfred. How are you, Mick?
I actually like to be called Michael, actually.
Michael.
Gets a bit old.
Well, that's fair enough. That's fair enough. Because you mix it with Rawley quite a bit, don't you?
It's my birthday coming up, actually.
You're
68, actually. I think I'm 68.
You're 68, yes. I'm a lot older than you. I'm 80. Mind you, I've been about a lot longer than you. You made that film, didn't you? You played that Australian convict.
Oh, yeah. Ned
remember
Kelly.
Ned Kelly. I liked you in Free Jack.
The new one, actually, they remade it. I liked that version. Was very good, actually, I thought.
Yeah. That was, okay. Well,
it's a very good book, actually, on Ned Kelly, called The True History of Ned Kelly Gang, and it's a very good book.
Oh, look forward to... Well, Mick Jagger, it's lovely to talk to you, sir.
Well, I thought I'm in town. You know, I thought it was quite funny when, I think it was, I don't know how long ago it was, but people calling in trying to pretend to be me. It was quite funny.
Yeah, I've cut him off. So, Alfred.
Ian.
Yes.
Well, I've had a terrible week.
Why, what's happened?
I couldn't ring you up last week. Me and my youngest son, Raymond, have been stuck in our den for over a week now.
Ah, this is you were listening to the Den special last week, were you?
We made the den last Tuesday when you mentioned it.
Yep.
We took in custard tarts and drinks and everything.
Beautiful.
And Raymond, he was excited like he was when he was young.
Yeah.
And we were so excited 'cause he's 58 now. He's an opera singer.
Oh, okay, lovely.
And what happened was we were enjoying ourselves, and my wife slung in a giant bar of Toblerone.
Oh, the big ones you can only buy at airports?
The big ones,
Yep.
that's right. And she kept it in the freezer. Well, Raymond chewed into it, and it locked into his teeth.
It would do,
like a dinosaur.
Yeah.
Well, we couldn't get him out.
No, you won't be able to, not on
And
that.
we've the emergency services.
Yep.
We're trying to get 2 stretchers in, one for Raymond and one for the Toblerone.
Yep.
And it's been he's here now. He's still got it stuck. They're trying to cut him out. Hang on, Ian.
Yes.
Yeah. Ian, can you talk to Raymond? Just give him some comfort.
Raymond?
Raymond.
Raymond.
Ian's going to talk to you.
Raymond, are you all right? Yeah, don't make any effort. It will be fine, but it'll just... Yes?
It's your fault.
Sorry?
It's your fault.
No.
You said the thing.
Yeah, I didn't say you should bite into a frozen giant Toblerone, did I, Raymond? That was...
Okay. Ian?
Yes?
Listen, Raymond, we could start the game, Raymond. Don't worry, we're going to get out of here.
You two should... maybe you could sing a song together.
Well, that would be good.
Yeah, why don't you?
What, myself and Raymond?
Yeah.
Yes, that'd be good. But...
Go on, then.
One of my ventriloquists as well.
Hey! Alfred, always lovely to talk to you, brother. Always lovely to talk to you. Now, Macapaka, you go to pop concerts and stuff. At Glastonbury, were people talking at Glastonbury, or were they focused on the bands?
People were talking a lot, but there's like tens of thousands of people.
Yeah,
so
that's a lot of talking.
Speaking of stuff getting stolen out of people's tents, I saw some guy called David on Facebook who says beer was taken out of his tent.
Yeah.
And then he said something like, "Before you ask, I didn't drink it." I was like, well, that doesn't make any sense.
That doesn't make any sense whatsoever at all. I just don't... Tents are a weird thing. You're totally trusting on the community of the campsite that no one's going to go into your tent and nick stuff. But why? It's easy to steal stuff.
Yeah.
If I were a thief, I would go to campsites, and I wouldn't bother breaking into houses. I would go to campsites and just steal everything from that.
Pay the £180 or whatever it is, and then...
Well, I wouldn't necessarily go to Glastonbury. I've never been to Glastonbury, although, do you know what? Today I thought... I might try and go in 2013.
Yeah.
I'll be 40 years old. 40 years old. Jeez, I've just said that out loud.
Your face makes me sad.
Man alive, 40 years old. Oh, did you see Beyonce?
I didn't know he came back because we were working, so he came back.
You didn't go. But you didn't go to see Beyonce.
No, I know.
She's awesome, man. She's got the
Sky Plus
best
it.
butt in the world. She's hot. Beyonce's hot, and I'm a big fan of her backside and some of her records. As well. I do like a little bit of Beyonce. Alan Caddick, do you like Beyonce?
Good evening. I love Beyonce. I am Lieutenant Columbo from Homicide.
Sorry, what? It's Columbo that's died, not a darling.
No, that was my Lieutenant Columbo.
It was piss poor, Alan.
Anyway, but I've got a serious question to ask you.
Okay, then I'm going to answer it as best I can. Yes.
Who would win out of a fight between Optimus Prime from the Transformers or the Green Lantern?
Who'd win in a fight? I'm translating this for those who don't understand, Caddick. Who'd win in a fight between Optimus Prime and the Green Lantern? Do you know I'm not that familiar with the Green Lantern's special powers?
Well, he can create objects by the power of the mind.
He does what, sorry?
He creates objects out of the power of the
Oh,
mind.
yeah, well then he'd probably win, because he could just create like a bigger Optimus Prime, couldn't he?
Yeah, but do you know who the human equivalent of a Green Lantern is?
You've waited 53 minutes to do this, have you? 50. But Alan, before you do this, right, and you can do it if you want to do it, of course you can. We have very few rules here. But just think, right, in the 53 minutes and 20 seconds you've been waiting on the phone, you could have learned a card trick, you could have learned a sentence in a foreign language, you could have learned you could have cooked something, you could have learned a chord on a guitar, but you actually want to... You could have made a cup of tea. You want to do this, do you, Alan?
Well, I'm just thinking... The person who I'm not going to mention...
Here we go. He's going to do it. Okay.
Oh, yeah! Macho Man, Randy Savage.
Thanks for calling,
Not
Alan.
what you were expecting.
No.
That
That was what I was expecting, Alan. Thank you. Put the phone down, Alan.
Bye.
He's been on the line 54 minutes, right? I've put out... I'm not being funny. I don't want to blow my own trumpet, partly because I haven't got one. I have put out some shed-hot good topics this evening.
Yeah.
Things that you've had stolen this weekend, tent security, Columbo impressions, and people talking at gigs. There's 4 gold topics.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
4 fantastic topics.
Especially the Columbo one.
The Columbo one's a great one. And I got that from Watco. And Alan Caddick, waited 54 minutes... to ask about Optimus Prime and the Green Lantern just so he could say Ryan Reynolds.
But what scares me more is that he probably thought about that on Friday.
Yep.
And waited the whole weekend to ask you that question and it wasn't even worthy of an answer.
0330 123 1215. Bobby, Rudd, Jerry, speak to you after this. So I've just had an email from the technical team.
Yeah.
Please avoid using Studio H until further notice. Now, you remind me, Macca, which studio are we in?
We are in H.
Ah! You can't send an email like that while we're in Studio H. Technical boy, boffin. Iain Lee, Absolute Radio, well done for joining in. It's the last night with Macca Packer.
Yeah.
So I thought what we could do for the last hour is people could call in with their favourite memories of you from the past week.
Aww.
That'd be nice, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Don't expect the phones to, go mental. But someone might call in. 0330 123 1215. What were your favourite bits of Macca Packer filling in for Eloise over the last week? Give us a call and let's relive those great times. My favourite bit was this evening, in fact, when you just brought me down some biscuits, which was brilliant. Custard creams, wicked. You bought me... Do you know how many custard creams you brought me?
I bought you 3.
No, you didn't.
Oh, was it 2 1/4 or something?
No, it was 2.5, because you've just brought me, like, the roof of a custard cream there. There's not even any custard cream on it. It's just the roof of a custard cream. It's not even the base that's got the custard cream on it. So
it's
this is just,
in fact, the worst part of a custard
It's the worst part of the custard cream. And you thought this... I used to work with Ali G and Ricky Gervais. I have contacts. Used to. You thought this would be acceptable... as a biscuit. And then look at this one. I mean, this one's broken, but there's still custard cream in there.
Is that the bottom of the little biscuit pot?
Yes.
And so I didn't have to bring you any.
Why, steady? Why can you not just buy the custard cream on its own. Imagine if you could just buy like a tub of that custard cream.
Oh, it'd be amazing.
It'd be awesome, wouldn't it? You could just, this is okay. Bits of food that are superfluous. So the custard cream, the biscuit bit is superfluous. I just want that. Cake on like a nice cake. I had cake for my birthday. The buttercream.
Yeah.
I just want the buttercream.
Yeah.
I don't want the cake. The buttercream is like amazing, man. I just want to have that. If you could just buy a tub of buttercream, I would totally have that.
We should email them and ask for one. They must have it.
Email who?
The people who make their cake.
That was my wife who made that cake. I'm not going to eat. I've asked her if she would just make that. She said,
right.
Don't be so disgusting. I said, no, seriously. That would be the awesomest thing if I had a tub of that. No, she said, no.
Yeah.
I'm not doing that. So bits of it. It's like in Seinfeld, wasn't it? An episode of Seinfeld where the best bit of the muffin is the muffin top.
Yeah.
So they opened up a restaurant, a bar that just sold muffin tops. And it ended with hilarious consequence. So the best bits of food and the other bits that are superfluous. 0330 123 1215. People talking at concerts. I cannot believe, right, that I am the only person that gets really, really annoyed about it. I was furious tonight with these utter arses talking away all through it, and my shoulders were tensing up. And I was kind of thinking, if I was anywhere near being a man, I would turn round and tell them to shove their conversation right up their bum holes. But I didn't. I just stood there and listened to their boring talk about Formula One. Formula One is the most boring thing in the world. Why would you want to talk about something that's so boring? Is there anything more boring than Formula One?
I can't imagine going to see Formula One. You pay £100 a ticket to see a car which you're meant to be supporting go around once every, minute and a half?
Because the cars are all like so fast and stuff. They don't overtake each other.
No.
Nothing happens. What? Okay, if you're a Formula... I'm putting lots of stuff out now because I'm hoping someone throws in one of these, otherwise we're screwed. If you're a fan of Formula One, what pleasure do you get, A, from watching it on the TV, right? And B, from actually going there? Just a load of blokes with beards and leather jackets watching motor cars going round. That's all there is.
Yeah.
It's all, and I don't like sports as a whole, but for example, I don't like football, but I can play football on the Xbox, a bit of FIFA. I love that.
Yeah.
Don't like tennis, but I can play a bit of virtual tennis on the Dreamcast. I love that, right? Even I can't play Formula One on the Xbox. It's just the dullest thing. It's so boring.
It's one of those sort of sports whereby, the very clever people who make all the best bits kind of at the end of programmes or before programmes or whatever, and they make the best bits of Formula One, and you watch it and you're like, oh wow, this actually looks quite good. And then you watch it, it's like cricket as well.
It goes on for 7 hours. 7 hours of Grand Prix action. 0330 123 1215. If you can sell us the benefits of Formula One, then please do. You won't be able to. It just makes it's point. In fact, pretty much all motor racing, apart from the ones where at the back where the cars smash into each other, stock car racing.
Oh yeah.
That's awesome.
Like
man.
Destruction Derby.
Destruction Derby's wicked.
What a game that was.
That was a great game. PlayStation 1. Oh man, I love Destruction Derbies. Are fan. How do I get to be in a Destruction Derby? If you own a Destruction Derby, I want to be in it.
Yeah.
I would love to be in it. By the way, next week on the show, what can I give away? Not too much. I went to visit one of the listeners last week. I'm not going to say any more on the air. I went to visit one of the listeners last week.
Yeah.
And recorded an interesting piece that I'm editing at the moment, and we'll play out next week.
Right.
I'm not going to say any more than that because I don't want to give away who it was because there's going to be there's a bonus surprise that's going to come out. If you want, if you listen, I'm doing a show on Friday night with my friend Dougie Anderson at the Camden Head. It's called Clip Joint. £6 to get in. Basically, it's an hour and a half. Miles Jupp is going to be there. You can get tickets online. Clip Joint at the Camden Head. I will reveal whose house I went to there before I reveal it on the radio show next week. So if you want to know, then come to Clip Joint on Friday. And it's pretty awesome. It's a listener, and it's pretty awesome. Okay,
we're gonna get people guessing now on Facebook.
Well, if you want to guess, you can. I won't say if you're right or not. But 0330 123 1215. Are these the only three phone calls we've got?
Yeah.
What went wrong last week? It was the best shows I've done here.
Yeah, it was really good last week.
And I'm putting out gold tonight.
There we go.
Oh, jeez. I'll let you get her. Let's go to Bobby. Hello, Bobby.
Hello, Ian.
Hello, Bobby. How's your grumpy dad?
He's all right.
Yeah. Is he listening to the show yet?
I don't know. I haven't asked him.
In that case, let's do a test, shall we? Let's do a dad test. Now, I'm going to say something, and you mustn't tell him I've said this, all right?
Okay.
Bobby's dad is an idiot. Now, if he's listening to the show, Bobby, you will either tonight or tomorrow or later in the week, get a phone call or a text saying, "Whoa, hang on a minute, what's going on there, young Bobby?" If he's not listening, then he won't have heard that and nothing will happen.
I don't think he would have heard it, to be honest.
I've gone right off your old man. I'm going quite right off your family, if I'm honest.
Nothing wrong with my family.
Did you see Jeremy Kyle this morning?
No.
It was a good one.
I was at work.
Oh, man, quit your job, right? Because the first story on Kyle was awesome, right? There was this couple, and they'd been on before. Basically, when they came on before, it was this man and this woman, and their next-door neighbour, who was a woman, was saying that the husband had slept with her, right? And he's going, I didn't. And she took a lie detector test, and he had been sleeping with her, right? So the husband and the wife split up, but then they got back together, and they got a 9-week-old baby. And the woman from next door was saying, well, yeah, but he's, been sleeping with me again. And the guy went, listen, right, I have not been sleeping with her. I've told you, no. So he did a lie detector test. Guess what happened, Bobby?
He was lying.
Totally lying. He was totally lying, man. It was awesome.
Yeah, I can imagine.
It was good.
I do watch Jeremy Kyle quite a lot when I can. I could always catch it on the internet.
You can always catch it on the internet. It is an awful, awful programme. Whoa! Stop the clock! Stop the clock! I've had a text, Macpacker. We have the shows. I'm about to go to 24-hour Tesco.
Okay.
Ian, I'm not sure if you're aware, but you can buy tubs of ready-made buttercream in most supermarkets, and you get a choice of chocolate or vanilla. That's from Claudette in Slough. I didn't know. Did you know this, Bobby?
Yes.
Man alive! I'm in hog heaven. I'm going to get nuts deep into some buttercream. Can you say that on the radio? Probably not. Probably not. But it's been said now. It's out there. It's out there.
I've got a mental image.
Okay. Bobby.
Yeah.
You've called in. What can we do for thee?
Yeah. Oh, well, before I get onto the topic I called in for, you're talking about,
Listen, let me tell you, in terms of calls, there ain't no rush.
Okay.
There ain't no rush at all this evening.
You're talking about, foods, and some of them are, you were on about, your buttercream and things like that.
Yes.
With me, it's chocolate chip cookie dough ice cream. I'll happily eat the cookie dough.
Oh, well, you can... Well, no, here, Bobby, you know you can buy packets of cookie dough, don't you?
Yes, I do. I found it.
Yeah, it's great. That stuff's great. Don't bother cooking it into cookies. Just eat that dough.
I know, and I was literally jumping in the aisle at Chris, going, "Look, I found it in a pot." And he's like, well,
you've always got to mention him, haven't you? Always got to mention your 28-year-old lover, haven't you, Chris? Chris, Bobby's 20. Chris, who's taking advantage of Bobby, is 28 years old and a dirty old man. Been going out with you, since you were 13, something like that, is it?
No.
No. How old?
Since I was, just before, 17, but I turned 18 a month later.
So you were 17?
But I was 17, yes.
There's a brilliant... I wonder if I've played this before. Let me get my iPod out, right? There's a brilliant song that... where is... my iPod's here. Right. By Davy Jones of the Monkees. I wonder if I've got it. Hang on a second. See if I've not got it. Hang on a second. How do I search on this thing? Bobby, why don't you tell me what your other thing was, and while I look for this song.
Yeah. You were talking about confronting people.
Yeah.
I was sat in the cinema watching. It was Harry Potter and the Half-Blood Prince at the time.
Yeah, go on.
There's a reason why I went to go and see it, but
because your boyfriend wanted to go and yeah, go on. I'll stop there.
No, it wasn't what you think. Anyway, we were sat in the cinema watching the film, and some kids. They're about 14, I suppose. They were all throwing popcorn and talking and things like that. And when it got to the point in the film where Harry kisses Ron's sister, whatever her name is, someone turned around and went, "Oh, bum chicka wow wow," right? And
bum chicka wow wow?
Yeah.
What does bum chicka wow wow mean?
I don't know.
Bum chicka wow wow?
Yeah, bum chicka wow wow.
Macca?
It's kind of like, sexy time.
Is that especially like porno music?
Kind of, yeah.
Yeah.
Bum chicka wow wow. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so someone said bum chicka wow wow. Yeah.
Yeah, so I after all the popcorn throwing, I turned around and said, "Will you stop it? Will
you stop going bum chicka wow wow?" Yeah.
So I thought, just shut up. Yeah. And everyone in the cinema actually clapped me.
Well done.
Yeah.
I have. I did that once in the cinema. I think I said this last week when I went to see Paranormal Activity, and these girls were talking. I said, "Will you shut the F up, please?" I said a please at the end. And they did for a little bit. They went, "Oh, all right, sorry, mate." Right, listen to this song, right? This is Davy Jones of the Monkees, right? This is such an awesome song. This recording I've got here, I think he's probably about 40 when he's singing it.
Yeah.
I've heard him sing it in his 50s. Okay, so let's. I think this is the version we want. Okay, so this is live in Japan.
Yeah.
It sounds like a nice love ballad, right at the start. It's all very nice and lovely. Here we go.
Can I be your steady guy?
Can I be your steady guy? It's romantic, isn't it? It's lovely. Bearing in mind he's 40.
Can I take you out on Saturday?
Can I take you out on Saturday? And the Japanese girls are screaming crazy.
Please say yes. Don't put up a fight.
That's a little bit creepy. Don't put up a fight. That's a bit... He's fixed it all right.
For Saturday.
He's Davy Jones. He's the Monkeys. He's fixed it all right for Saturday night.
You know I have a car.
He's 40 here. He sang this well into his late 50s.
On Saturday nights, I'm a big star.
Get ready for it, Bobby. Here it comes.
My friends say watch out, because of how young you are.
Excuse me?
But I've been watching you for some time.
What?
Think that we're gonna go far.
Baby, you'll soon be 16. That means, hang on. She's 15? Baby, now when you are 16, you're gonna be with me my whole life through. Okay, so he's in his 40s. He's singing to a 15-year-old girl. Let's see how the story carries on.
Your parents say I'm not for you.
Yeah, I bet they do. You're 40 years old.
But they don't know me like you're gonna.
Like you're going to do. We're going to see his penis.
They don't seem to think young love can be.
Yeah, she's 15, David.
It's true as the stars that shine in the sky.
Everybody sing along with the paedophile song. Baby, you'll soon be 16, and you know what I mean when I say I love you. I love you now, baby. Now when you are 16, you're gonna be with me my whole life through. Ba 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 ba, baby, you'll soon be 16. Isn't that the creepiest song in the world?
Yeah.
I'm just saying, Bobby.
Yeah.
Pick up any parallels there?
No, not at all.
If you know a creepier, pervier song than that, 0330 123 1215.
I never thought I'd miss you. Half as
in my lonely room when I'm dreaming of you. Oh, what can I do? I still need you, but I don't want you now.
Iain Lee on Absolute Radio, Ticket Radio Diaries. Let's go to Jerry. Yes, Jerry.
Hello.
Hello, yes.
Can you hear me?
Only when you talk loudly, not when you whisper.
I'm parched.
Okay.
Been sweating my nuts off all day.
There we go. That's the horrible image we've got, Jerry. Thank you for that.
And the ice cream van keeps parking outside.
That's just torture, isn't it?
And I can't get to it.
No, of course you can't.
Every day.
You should get your carers to get you like a bag of Magnums or something in the freezer.
I swear they conspire so he comes just as they've gone.
Yeah, that's what they do. I had a Magnum for breakfast yesterday. Yeah, a Magnum for breakfast. That's right, kids, I'm living the dream. It's awesome, isn't it?
I had a Calippo or whatever it was yesterday.
Beautiful. Was it for breakfast?
Yeah, it was
beautiful. Beautiful. It's the only way to be. I was doing some heavy work, and suddenly I thought, I haven't had any breakfast. I'm going to get a Magnum.
Here's a question.
Yes.
How do you eat your Magnums?
I bite into them.
Do you not like... I always tend to take the chocolate off and then do the ice cream.
No, I can't. No, I
used
used to. Listen, you're young and you've got the time to do that. When you get to my age, there's not time to do that. I bite into it and just chomp it down. Sometimes I play with the chocolate a little bit, but generally, bam. I still have a Mars bar by eating the top of the Mars bar first.
Really? I've never tried that.
Oh, do it. It's awesome.
Do you eat the bottom of the Mars bar as well? So
I eat it eventually, Jerry, yes, but not initially. Again, superfluous bits of Mars bars at the bottom, you don't need it. I went to the Mars factory once, as every child that grew up in Slough did, and they have you can just get bits of the top just on its own. Oh, awesome!
Why didn't they
awesome.
sell that?
Because they're idiots. They are idiots
Clearly,
at Mars.
They're idiots.
They should do it. They should totally do it.
Fondant fancies.
Oh, fondant fancies are awful, Jerry.
The icing on top.
No, that's like the hard icing, isn't it?
No, the
They're
top-
like iced gems.
the white stuff.
No, hang on, I don't know what a fondant fancy is.
French fancy.
Well, you're saying French fancy isn't making it any clearer, Jerry. If anything, it's making the picture more oblique.
Mr. Kipling.
Oh, I know what you're talking
those
about.
little square things.
Are they Are they circular? Aren't they? Are they
square?
Square. I'm out. I'm out of this
You're out.
conversation.
Get
I have no idea what you're talking about in that case.
There's like chocolate, strawberry, and the white ones.
Was Mr. Kipling a real man?
I hope he was.
When I say a real man, I mean, did he go around beating people up? No. Was he? Was he? Jerry, do you know, was Mr. Kipling a real man that made cakes?
He employs Arthur Stoke.
Who's Arthur Stoke? Hey, come on, that was quick. That was quick. It
that
wasn't
was good.
funny, but sometimes just being quick. If you've ever seen Whose Lines It Anyway or Mock the Week, sometimes being quick is just as important as being funny. Jerry, what do you want?
Columbo.
You can't have him. He's dead. I'm afraid. You're a bit late.
Sad day.
Very sad day. 83 years old, I think he was. Maybe 84.
I've got the box set.
Okay. Have you just phoned up to show off?
And what happened to the dog?
And sorry, who? What? With where?
Shredded wheat.
Right. Jerry, now you're just rambling nonsense.
No shredded wheat.
What about shredded wheat?
Chop the shredded wheat away and just leave the box. It's the best bit.
Jerry, thank you very much for calling there. I like a shredded wheat. What was he talking about, you fool? Rudd!
Yeah, hey, hi.
Oh, that was three
Yeah.
welcomes. Yeah, hey, hi. That was 3 welcomes to the price of 0.
I
Excellent
always say
stuff.
thank you, cheers.
Thank you, cheers. Thanks,
I
then,
don't
bye.
know why.
Well, okay. Rudd.
Yeah, I've got an idea for a show.
Okay. Can I say now? I bet it's a rubbish idea.
No, you're wrong.
Okay, well, let's see. And could you stop flicking milk bottles, please?
Sorry?
Hey, do milkmen still go?
I hope so. Again.
I want to get a job as a milkman. And right, do milkmen still go? And do they still go around making love to all the housewives? Do they?
I don't know.
If you're a milkman, well, you might be. You'll probably be asleep. I don't know. Milkmen used to be a big thing, but I've not seen a milkman for about 7 years.
Yeah, I don't know.
Maybe we'll talk about milkman more tomorrow. Rudd's got an idea for a show, so maybe we'll talk about milkman on Wednesday when tomorrow we do Rudd's idea. Let's see what we've got. Rudd.
Okay. Well, everyone who phones up, they've got to phone up doing an impression of somebody. They can't say who the impressions are for. No, you can.
Oh, so hang on. Sorry. Yeah, I like the idea. Sorry. So it's almost identical to the idea I had about half an hour ago, where people were going to phone in and do impressions. Yeah.
No, that was
yeah. I
just
see. No, I see. Rudd, what you've done there is you've heard my idea, and you've called up, and you were hoping that I would forget that was my idea, and I'd go, "Oh yeah, that's a brilliant idea." But for the first time in my life, Rudd, I've remembered something that I said 40 minutes ago. That was my idea.
I came up with this idea yesterday, not.
Well, but I came up. But I did the idea on the radio 40 minutes ago, and guess what? No one's phoned in with it. So not only was it a brilliant idea, it was also a bad idea.
You were just doing impressions of Columbo, weren't you?
What is that noise?
What noise? I'm closing a door.
Shut up. Everyone shut up. Right, so it stopped. But why has it happened 15 times during this phone call, Rudd? You don't close the door 15 times unless you've got OCD.
No, it's just like a cabinet door.
It's a cabinet door. Well, maybe you could stop doing that and look at me when I'm talking to you. No, you did it just
Is it-
then!
yeah. What was that?
What? No, that wasn't me.
All right, everyone stop. No one say anything until it happens again. What was that?
Oh, that's my
Smoke
my
alarm. Get out the house.
That's like a fire alarm. It just beeps every minute or so.
Well, it's not every minute. It's like every 15 seconds.
Yeah.
But guess what? Hey, guess what, Rudd?
What?
It's really annoying.
Yeah. Imagine it goes on all the way through the night.
Yeah,
Just tell us that it's on.
Yeah. Well, it's not going all the way through my radio show, all right?
Can I say something?
No. No, that was annoying.
It was.
That
yeah.
was annoying.
And how can he not know what we're talking about for the first 3 minutes of asking him?
And he nicked exactly. Oh yeah, that. Oh that. What noise?
What noise?
It's
As a
door
cupboard.
shut. What? And he nicked my topic.
Yeah, he just and then expanded ever so slightly.
Kids,
on
listen.
an idea.
If you want to nick my topics, do it from last week because I will have forgotten them. I will
Yeah.
completely have forgotten them from 3 days ago. Don't do it from 40 minutes ago. Even my memory's not that bad. Crying out loud. Let's go to Hal Bennett, and then we'll play a record. Yes, Hal.
Yeah, I think actually that guy, what it was is his smoke alarm. He needs to change the battery. That's
Yeah,
what
it
sounded
shouldn't
like
make
to
that
me,
much
'cause
noise, should it? Yeah, that's the we need a new battery noise, isn't it?
Yeah, I think that's what it. That's what it does in my house. I've found that. But,
When
no, I was ringing
when the smoke, now listen, we've all done this. When we've burnt toast and the smoke alarm's gone off, right? We've unscrewed it from the wall and taken the batteries, haven't we? Now you shouldn't do this because people die because they don't have smoke alarms.
the
But
best, what you do is shut the kitchen door if you can,
Yep.
and then get a tea towel and
waft it
at
out.
the smoke alarm, and then it will stop within about 10 seconds.
is it waft or waft?
And then waft, whatever.
I
Waft, I would say.
I think it used to be waft, and I used to think it was waft. Sorry, but now I say waft.
Waft. It's like scones and scones, isn't it?
Which one of those is right? One of them is right, isn't it? And I'm going to say it's scones is right. No, scones is right. Scones is right.
Scones. I think scones is the more posh version.
I think there's a poem that rhymes scones with stones, and that's supposed to mean that it's right, but actually it was wrong, and it was just done for the rhyme. I think you're getting all the information from me tonight, Howell, apart from the facts. Apart from the facts. Now, listen, Macapaka's last night with us. We have asked callers to ring in with their memories of Macapaka over the last week and some of the fun adventures we've had. Hal, what's your favourite memory of Macca?
I have a good memory of him because I rang up to do the that country game where you say the beginning letter and then the last letter. It turned out to be quite crap because we got hung up on the letter A, as I feared we would. But what was nice was Macapaka held it together and he was quite gentle. I think he knew it would be crap, but he played along and just sort of let me down gently. So
wonderful memories, great times. Great guys, really magical moments. That I'm afraid
at least someone's appreciated him. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, no, at least. And if you're listening, dear listener, and you have happy memories of Macapaka, 0330 123 12 15. Marzipan
is what I like eating. Forget the rest of the cake.
Marzipan is rank. Marzipan is rank. I remember being at my nanny. I remember being at my nanny Peg's. Right, she had a big block of yellow marzipan. I was about 6. I remember it served it in the kitchen. She was making a cake. And I went, whoa. What's that stuff? It looks awesome. She went, oh, it's marzipan. Do you want to try some? I went, yeah. And so I bit into this massive block of marzipan. It was the rankest taste ever. And because of that, I can't eat almonds.
Really?
No, is it almonds that taste of marzipan? Yeah. I can't eat almonds.
I liked marzipan as a kid, but I don't like it anymore.
It's horrible, man.
I'm not a fan.
It's a bit sickly if you have too much of it, but...
No. I'll tell you another thing I don't like. Licorice, all sorts.
I think you were going to say dry biscuits with no cream on.
The roof of a biscuit I'm eating here. Licorice, all sorts.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of licorice at all.
I like certain licorice, all sorts, but not the really thick, the totally black licorice ones.
All right, you're racist. Calm down. No, that was a joke. It would have been funny if my mouth wasn't for a dry biscuit.
You were talking about people talking in concerts.
Yeah.
I haven't had that experience, but I was once on a bus going through Hackney, which is kind of a rough area. And this teenage girl who looked a bit rough was going through every single ringtone on her phone, like letting it go for about 5 seconds.
There is a word I discovered. This is why you should listen to Radio 4 Kids. There is a word for, there is a name. That's it. I just remember what it is. There is a name for the act of playing music out through your mobile phone.
Really?
On buses. Yes, it's called...
Antisocial behaviour.
No, it's called sodcasting.
Really?
This is absolutely true. Radio 4 did a programme about sodcasting, and it's when you play your mobile phone, you play the music out without headphones on a bus.
Wow.
Sodcasting.
Wow.
Wow.
So you can, call someone a sodcaster, even though they'll look at you and have no idea what you're talking about.
Yeah.
But it gives you a little bit of a...
It's rude. Anyway, sorry, back to Hal's interesting story. Sorry, Hal.
No, well, it's not that interesting. But I just told her off, and I'm usually quite mellow and usually too cowardly to do that.
Yeah.
And I just looked at her really annoyed, and I said, "Do you have to do that?
No.
Do you have to do that now?"
Yeah.
And I've stared at her, and usually in Hackney, people get all touchy when you challenge them, and she sort of backed down and went, "Oh, sorry," and stopped doing it.
So, remind me, how old are you?
I'm in 46, and she was about 15. But
so let me just get let me just get this right.
Carry knives, you know what I mean?
You're nearly 50 years old, and you bullied a young teenage schoolgirl on a bus. Okay, Hal, we're getting a real measure of the man. We're getting a real measure of you there, Hal. You must be so proud.
I'm a coward. I know who it was. I knew all along who it was that you did your little thing that you're editing. I know exactly who that was.
Have I given away too much?
Well, no, because I remember you. I've got a good memory for trivial information.
Okay.
So, yeah.
Okay, well,
Because you remember you said you were going on a secret mission and you were really worried. And
Yeah.
It's the same one, yeah?
Yeah, I did have to...
Because he rings Matt Ford as well, doesn't he?
All right, steady on now. Come on, don't give that away. Don't give away too much. I dumped that. But yeah, I've given away too much. But yes, it is.
That's fine. Don't worry. I think I'm sure I'm not the only one who's looked at it.
Next week, I'm going to play. It was both joyous and heartbreaking at the same time.
Really, but you were quite safe. You didn't feel threatened at any time.
Lovely people.
That's good.
Lovely.
That's good. And then finally, I had you were talking about things stolen.
Yeah.
Me and my missus shipped a van back to South Africa. Well, through South Africa to Zimbabwe, where she's from, and it got broken into in the port of Durban. So there you go. We had stuff in the back of it.
Was that this weekend, Hal? Because I did specifically say. I know many people have called in, but I did specifically say this weekend. Otherwise, so...
I can't remember. It might have been. I don't know when the ship docked.
You can't remember if it was this weekend or not?
No, because I wasn't there, was I?
No. Oh, look at you with your alibis. Hal, thanks for calling.
Okay.
That was an awkward ending, wasn't it? Okay, it's the last 12 minutes of the show. Is Mark Crosley on tonight?
He is indeed,
Mark
yes.
Crosley will be on at 1 o'clock. Well, worth sticking around for. If you missed any of the show tonight, or any of last week's shows, which are excellent, by the way, they were back to old school standard, then I thoroughly recommend that you go and download the podcast. You can either get them on iTunes by typing in Iain Lee, IAINLEE, or you can go to absoluteradio.co.uk/Iain Lee, and you can find them there. Also, while you're there, why not check out Ian and Watco's Important Target, which is a rather lot of fun. Let's go through these in the order they came on. Dr. Claw!
Hello, yes, I'm here.
Yes, hello, Dr. Claw. What can we do for you?
Oh, good morning.
Oh, okay, you're back in the Dr. Claw voice. Okay, yes.
Well, yes, sorry, I didn't realise you were talking to me live on air then.
That's how it works, yes.
Yes, I know. Someone might recognise my real voice.
And we don't want that. We wouldn't want that.
No, bounty hunters would appear. It would be disastrous.
Yes.
I just thought I'd call in because I didn't realise you had so many famous celebrities ringing in. Michael Caine and the other fellow, the lead singer of the Rolling Stones.
Mick Jagger, as we like to call him.
Yes,
Yes,
that's the one. I'm not very au fait with British rock, unfortunately.
No.
So I thought I'd ring in and say hello. Also, I'm a bit of a Formula One fan, so kind of killing two birds with one stone.
But Formula One, what is there to be a fan of? Rich people driving expensive cars very fast and without overtaking?
It's wonderful research into how they move, because then I can trap them and steal their money.
Okay. I didn't understand that in the slightest. So I can trap them and steal their money? What?
What does that mean?
He waited 30 minutes for that.
Yeah.
Not really.
We've had a couple of those, haven't we?
Stephen!
Hello, how are you? Sorry to call again.
That's all right. Did you call earlier?
Yeah.
And say what?
I was on to you talking about the ladies.
The what?
I was on to you talking about the ladies.
God. Oh, yeah, you. Okay, yeah, go on. I'm starting to feel a bit nauseous.
Yeah.
Not because of you. I've felt nauseous all day and had terrible bum trouble. And it's starting to come on again. I'm up at 7:15 in the morning. Can you believe that? And I'm working straight through, working from 7:15 through to 1 o'clock.
Oh,
the whole day,
ridiculous.
the whole day and all of the night.
That is, wow.
That's a long day.
Yeah.
And I don't feel very well, so it's going to be made doubly long. Anyway, Stephen, yes.
Yeah, I had a few things. First of all, you're talking about a milkman, so it's just got Ernie the Milkman stuck in my head.
Right.
You know the song?
Yeah.
Yeah, you just got that stuck in my head. But I do get a milkman coming around sometimes.
Okay.
I see the van on the street. Yeah, the second thing, I've got a creepier song.
Okay.
David Hasselhoff, Jump in My Car.
Yeah, I quite like that song. But it's not
He's
creepier
about
than it's not creepier than Baby You'll Soon Be 16.
Of course it is, because he must have been about 46 or something. How old is he now?
He's over
Something-
100 years old.
Yeah, something old, and he's singing to a 17 or 16-year-old girl on
Yeah,
that
but she's
song.
she's not 15 though, Stephen. That's the thing. That's the thing.
Ah, but it's still the age gap, isn't it, though?
Yeah. I'm losing the will to live. I do actually feel quite nauseous. Let's go to line 1. Yes, line 1.
I just want to say well done to Macca. We've enjoyed having you about. Well done, mate.
Oh, thanks, Robin.
Can you get me some pictures of Eloise in a bra?
Oh, for goodness sakes, go away. Where's that cut-off not working? There we go, it's working. Kerry!
Hello, my darling.
Hello, my lover.
I still can't believe I'm phoning up. It's only because of the whole Colombo thing.
Yeah, are you drunk?
Not particularly.
A little bit tipsy-whipsy. Turn your radio off.
Okay.
Good girl.
Okay. Going down. I listen through
Do that
my
after you've made the phone call.
I listen through my TV.
I listen
So
through
I'm
my
really
TV. I
apprehensive
listen
'cause
through
I'm
my
not gonna be able
TV.
to
I
hear.
listen through my TV. I listen through my TV. I get a little bit tipsy. I'm going down on my TV. Jesus, you laugh like you've only got one lung.
I do. No, I don't.
Oh, God,
I
for
haven't
goodness
actually
sake.
had a medical procedure.
You
That's
have-
just my laugh. I love the rag and bone man, so I'll run out and do that laugh because
She
it'll always
loves the
stop.
rag and bone man. She's
well,
going
you've got to
down
love
on
the
him.
rag and bone man. When you hear the rag and bone man, just that sound makes me so happy. It reminds me of childhood. Steptoe and Son.
Yep.
And yet you still hear the rag and bone man from when I was little. It was always known you got the rag and bone man coming.
Just do that one more time.
Rag and bone man coming. You got to love the rag and bone man.
So, Kerry, why have you called in? I love you already.
Love you more. I'm
sweet.
literally so spontaneous. It's
Yep.
my birthday on Wednesday.
Oh, okay.
And I listen to this show so much.
It's good, isn't it?
And I just got that moment of literally, don't worry, I won't say it on there. It.
Oh, yeah.
I'm going to phone.
F it, I'm gonna
It's
phone
purely
him.
because the Peter Faulkner thing.
Yes.
Big Columbo fan.
Yep.
And
Can you do a Columbo impression?
yeah.
Go on.
Okay, here we go.
That's your rag and bone man voice. Hang on, that's your rag and bone man voice.
No, but the rag and bone man voice does tie into it. 'Cause
Okay.
it's always,
Yeah.
you want to pick something up?
You want to pick something up?
Pick something up?
You want to
go
pick
out,
something?
You roll out.
I've never heard Columbo say,
You want to pick something up?
But ultimately, he does, because he picks bodies up, mate.
Well, he doesn't.
You can't go wrong.
You're thinking
But
of
the
Quincy.
Other thing
Quincy
was,
picks bodies.
last
Yes.
week, I was listening, and he was saying about if anybody has never been, that's my tie, Columbo would investigate. If you've never been on Twitter, Facebook,
Who said
any of those
this?
things.
Columbo.
No, Stephen, not
Who the hell is Stephen?
Ian Lee.
Right.
Last week.
I'm Ian Lee.
Yep. No, I didn't phone, but he was making this.
I am
request.
Ian Lee.
What?
I'm Ian Lee.
What? This is a joke.
Who do you Who do you think you're talking to?
Well, I've had to turn my telly down.
Well, guess what? Because you're talking to me, you stupid woman.
All I want to do now is turn my telly up.
You go and turn it up.
I'm going to turn it up.
And we'll say good night.
No, don't say good night.
Good night. Mark, I haven't got time for you.
Oh, that's all right. No worries.
That was bonkers, wasn't it?
Very much so.
That's
yeah.
my favourite. Mark, I'll speak to you tomorrow.
All right, dude.
Cheers, my dears. Macca, thank you for your help. Lovely to have you step by. I'm Ian Lee.